I'm hitting the record button. That makes it official. We are here for Town Hall Tea, where information is power and kindness is key. Today is going to be easy to be kind because today's the first day of Fiesta. And what a happy, happy time. It's easy to be kind when sorry, that's my phone. It's easy to be kind when it's something to celebrate. We're going to talk about where our city celebration of Fiesta came from today, and then you're going to make something. And I would recommend taking it home, but you decide whatever you want to do. Fiesta started a long, long time ago, and something you might not know is that Fiesta started with a single parade. So I'm going to show you some cool stuff today. I need everybody focused in. So whatever it is you're messing with in your desk, go ahead and put it away. If there's something on top of your desk area that's going to take your attention away, go ahead and move it. Every San Antonio citizen, even Helotes citizen, needs this information, and that's you. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and we're going to get started. Today we are going to talk about the citywide, no, don't do that, the citywide celebration of Fiesta. So Fiesta has been around for a long time, like I mentioned, and it is called a party with a purpose. All of the things that happen now on Fiesta actually raise money for charity. So all of the celebrations, Nyosa, Oyster Bake, King William Fair, when you go buy coupons for your mangonada and your chicken on a stick, the money actually goes to help people around San Antonio. And so I want you to know that this is called a party with a purpose for very good reasons. So we're going to talk about how this all came to be. Fiesta is all about bright colors. You can see they're wearing medals and they have special outfits. And they have been planning for this all year long. Trust. The Battle of Flowers Parade, you guys are about to get a day off. May the 2nd, you're going to get a day off, and it's for the Battle of Flowers. Well, the Battle of Flowers Parade actually started in 1891. That's a long time ago. That's before my mom was born. That's when when was my grandmother alive? I think my grandmother had been born, but that was a long time ago, you guys. These ladies that you see in these horse-drawn carriages, because there weren't any cars invented yet, that's how long ago it was, they went to Spain and they saw a parade in Spain and they were like, that was amazing. Let's do it here. So they covered their carriages and decorated their horses with flowers. I'm going to stop sharing for just a second. So they had their carriages covered with flowers and they would parade toward each other. That's not how we parade anymore, but this is how it started. They would parade toward each other, and as they got next to each other, they'd take the flowers, rip them off the carriages, and throw them at each other. And they were just ripping flowers and throwing, ripping and throwing, ripping and throwing these flowers. It was a real battle of the flowers. That's how the name came to be. They were actually throwing flowers at each other as they passed. Now, we don't do that anymore. I think it would be a good thing to bring back. That's just me, but somebody's going to go too far. Am I right, teachers? We know I'm right. Yes. Let me go back to our picture. Here is the Battle of Flowers parade. And then we are going to see this picture. So I want to look at this picture with you guys. This is one of the oldest pictures of the Battle of Flowers parade. That is downtown San Antonio. There is a landmark on the left that you might recognize. That's the Alamo. Many of these buildings are still in place. I think you can see my cursor. I'm hoping you can. There's a building back here called the Menger Hotel. That is supposedly a haunted hotel downtown San Antonio. Now, I stayed there and it was not scary, but it was beautiful. And I didn't see anybody, like, no apparitions. It was just me. This park, all of these things are still around. So we have really tried hard to maintain the history of San Antonio, and part of it is the Battle of Flowers parade because it is part of our history. And see, this is a parade float pulled by horses right there. So we started in 1891, and just a few short years later, they decided we should have a queen of our fiesta. In Spain, they have an actual king and queen, like for realsies. Well, they don't have a president, they have a king and queen. And so they decided we needed a queen of fiesta. Now, on the left-hand side is one of the older images of one of our fiesta queens, probably from the 1920s. But on the right-hand side, you can see a more modern-day image. These ladies all work for charitable causes, and they get nominated to be queens and duchesses and princesses, and they get to wear the most amazing gowns. Those gowns are decorated with beads, teeny tiny little glass beads that an artist has designed, and then tons of workers go in and sew each individual bead. These trains are so heavy, the ladies cannot walk by themselves. They have to have people to carry these heavy, heavy trains. Now, these are works of art, and they are on display. If you ever go to the Whitty Museum, sometimes we think of the Whitty about, dinosaurs and stuff like that, and the HEB treehouse thingy, but there's actually a whole hall dedicated to these amazing works of art. And I can't even imagine what it's like to wear one of those. I can't even imagine. This year, our Queen of Fiesta is Miss Kylie Rodriguez. She was nominated and given this title. So she's absolutely lovely. I can't wait to see what her dress looks like. In 1901, we got a new kind of parade float. You'll notice something is missing on this parade float. It's missing horses. It is the first horseless parade float because the car was invented. So we went from horses to motorized parade floats. So they decorated that with flowers so they could pelt each other with them. Love that for these ladies. In 1927, they decided, well, we got this queen. We probably ought to have a king. Now, the king and the queen they're from different organizations. This organization is called the Texas Cavaliers. They have a very unique look to them. They have a blue jacket and a red cape and always a cool feathery cap. And then they wear all of their Fiesta medals. You can see both of these gentlemen in those. And the Texas Cavaliers are an organization that raises money for kids. And so we're going to see them again here in a minute, but he doesn't have any like power. He's not making laws or anything like that. He just is royalty for Fiesta, and he gets people really excited about going to this party with a purpose. Now, let me take this down for just a quick second. Okay, those ladies went to Spain. They had a king and a queen. What you need to know about that kind of structure, a monarchy where you have a very high up, very rich king, is that usually there's people on the lower level that are very poor, and there's a disconnect between the rich people and the poor people. The poor people are basically just maintaining the land, and the king and queen get to reap all of the financial benefits from that. And so the peasants are like, oh, you got a king, ooh la la. Well, we're going to get a king too. And our king is not going to be rich, and our king is not going to be all fancy, but he's going to be our king. And they called it El Rey Feo. So I'm going to put El Rey Feo back up here. El Rey Feo literally means the Rey is king, and then Feo is ugly. So it means the ugly king. That doesn't mean he's ugly in his face. It means that he is poor like the people, and he's not all hoity-toity rich and free. So it's like the people's king. So the Fiesta people decided that they also wanted an El Rey Feo. This person works for a community organization called LULAC, and LULAC helps children of Latin American descent, so Hispanics and stuff like that. And so what these people do is raise money and it goes to that cause and it helps those people. And so El Rey Feo on the left-hand side, that's an older picture of an El Rey Feo. You can kind of tell by the sign right over here, inside trailways over here. He's got the white jacket, he's got the gold collar, he's got the crown, and then on the right is our 2025 El Rey Feo, Fabian Castillo. And so Fabian Castillo's job is to help raise awareness and raise money for his organization as being El Rey Feo. They're very fun. They have come to our school and they're kind of a wild bunch, which is perfect for Fiesta. So we have some parades. The reason this is blank is because I'm going to introduce some pictures. There are some parades during Fiesta Week that you can go to. They are free of charge to go and see these parades. This one, the uniform might look familiar to you. It's light blue. That is the Texas Cavaliers River Parade. And you'll notice that their parade float is actually floating. I know, it's so funny. Their parade takes place on the San Antonio River. And there's lots and lots of parade floats in this parade, and it's super exciting. It's also on TV. If you can't go, you can watch the local channels, and they will carry the Texas Cavaliers River Parade. The next one is the Battle of Flowers. There's our princesses and duchesses in their beautiful dresses. You can see the trains that they had to have somebody help them get up there because they're so heavy. Now, we don't throw flowers at each other anymore, but the tradition is to yell at them, "Show us your shoes." And they'll show you what they have on their feet. And usually they're like really fancy cowgirl boots or maybe some blinged out Converse. And that is one of the traditions. So if you're able to go to the Battle of Flowers parade, I'm saying it's free, but now I can't remember if it's free. But if you did have to pay for tickets, it would all go back to the good causes that we do for Fiesta. All right, the next one is, I don't know if you guys can see. This one down here, you can see that everything is all lit up. It's all lit up because it is the Fiesta Flambeau Parade. Flambeau means lit up or flame or torch. And so you can see this little model of the Tower of the Americas has LEDs on it, and everybody's wearing glow sticks and light ups. This is the largest nighttime parade in the country. In the whole country, it happens right here in San Antonio. So you can see all the people down here enjoying and waving. That's a really exciting parade. And then another parade they have is in an area of town called the King William District. It's very historic. The houses are big and gigantic and gorgeous. And they have a parade, and I have a picture of that. You might recognize somebody in this picture. It's me! I was walking with a group last year called, we're all dressed like a TV character from the 70s and 80s called Miss Roper. But I want you to pay attention to these two figures in the middle. They were heavily decorated in like a Dia de los Muertos makeup costume. Her hat was gigantic. I don't even understand the physics of her hat. And if you look closely, there's butterflies all along the top. And then there's baked goods, cakes, cookies, macarons, and flowers and jewels. Y'all, it was a sight to behold. And so I got to walk in that parade, and it was super duper fun. I can't wait to go back. I can't go this year because I'm in another parade called the Corny Ball Parade. That's right. But I will be back because that was such a fun experience. Now, for Fiesta, for the next 10 days, there are tons of events. We have in the left-hand corner the Fiesta Oyster Break, and that helps the St. Mary's University, which is a private university, and they raise money during this event for their organizations. And so you buy a coupon. You buy tons of coupons, and the coupons you trade out for cascarones, mangonadas, ice cold refreshing Coca-Colas, chicken on a stick. All the adults are like, their mouths are watering right now. A fajita, yes, delicious. We have on the lower left hand, that is the King William Fair. That is immediately following the parade I was able to walk in. And so you see their crazy hats. That's a big tradition to make the wildest, craziest hats that you can. And they're so fun to look at, guys. It's so neat. On the right-hand side, you have NIOSA or NIOSA. It stands for Night in Old San Antonio. And you can see back in the back a stage. There's tons of live music, and everybody's dancing and talking with their friends and having just a great time. Now, let me get out of here for a second. All of these events are outside, with the exception of like one or two. All of them are outside. So weather is a really big deal for Fiesta. They actually hang a good luck rock to try to keep the rain away. It worked yesterday because it was supposed to rain all day yesterday and it didn't. But Fiesta started today. There is a chance of rain every day. And if it rains, are people going to go out and spend money on cascarones and mangonadas? No, they are not. And so we need to try to keep that rain away. And the San Antonio meteorologists take this job very seriously. So today you're going to make a fun little weather tool called a wind sock. Now, sock, not like the sock you put on your foot, okay? It's a sock that helps to identify wind speed and wind direction. So in just a minute, your adult in the classroom is going to give you a piece of paper and it has some dotted lines on it. I want to show you my like in progress wind sock. So I have here the top portion is going to have a straight line. It's not dotted, just a straight line. And above that, you're going to decorate it for Fiesta. All of those bright colors, the papel picado up there. You've got confetti and flowers because, hello, Battle of the Flowers. So your job is to decorate the top. You might choose to decorate the bottom, but you're going to cut along the dotted lines here to make this fringe. And then you're going to connect it to make like a cylinder like this, and all of your fun little, so when the wind blows, you can tell if it's blowing hard or if it's in which direction it's blowing. If it's blowing really hard, they go out farther. That's a lot of wind. So take some time, have a little woosah, see if the adults in the room will put on some Fiesta music. Ay, 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 ay. Maybe sing for you. I'm coming up there if there's some singing, I'm just saying. And enjoy making a Fiesta wind sock. Every citizen of San Antonio should know the history of Fiesta, and now you know more than anybody in this school. I guarantee you. I guarantee if you listen to that, you know more than everybody in this school. So information is power after all, right? Am I right? Happy first day of Fiesta, my friends. I hope you have a fantastic day and enjoy each other. And viva, viva Fiesta.
Viva Fiesta. Thank you, Karen. Bye.